Are you guys buying that Taylor Swift would choose to remain silent if she thought or knew that the allegations that were being made against Justin Baldoni are true?
Blake Lively thought she had it all figured out. An A-list career, a perfect family image, and of course, a bestie like Taylor Swift in her corner. What could go wrong? Well, apparently, everything. Because when Taylor Swift decides she's done with you, it's game over. And that's exactly what just happened. Sources say Taylor finally got tired of Blake's antics, and now the former Gossip Girl star is in full damage control mode. It all started with an exclusive TMZ report that dropped a bombshell on their friendship. According to insiders, Taylor felt used by Blake, not just casually, but on a designer handbag level of exploitation. For years, Blake has been living her best social climber fantasy, using Taylor's superstar status to her advantage. Need a quick PR boost? Mention Taylor. Want to shut down a scandal? Call up Taylor. Blake even reportedly referred to Taylor as one of her dragons. Yes, dragons, during a heated argument with Justin Baldoni. Imagine thinking you're Daenerys Targaryen when you're really just a glorified shampoo commercial star. Spoiler alert, that Game of Thrones reference didn't age well for Blake, just like her friendship with Taylor. But it wasn't always like this. Blake and Taylor's friendship once seemed rock solid. They took cute photos together, Taylor godmothered Blake's kids, and fans dubbed them one of Hollywood's most iconic BFF duos. So, how did things fall apart?
You know, someone asked me recently why this particular case has seized the world. It was just a perfect act of evil that was almost executed in broad daylight. The press was complicit. They almost got it done.
Things started to unravel just last week when speculation about their strained friendship hit social media. Blake's PR team immediately went into overdrive, calling the claims completely false. But then, TMZ stepped in. And when TMZ speaks, Hollywood listens. The headline alone was enough to send Blake into full panic mode. Seriously, you could almost hear the dramatic music playing in the background. According to sources close to Taylor, she's had it with being dragged into Blake's behind-the-scenes battles. And honestly, who can blame her? The breaking point was reportedly a secret meeting at Blake's penthouse, where Taylor unknowingly walked straight into an ambush. What she thought was a casual girl chat quickly turned into an intense showdown with Justin Baldoni, Ryan Reynolds, and Blake herself. Taylor had no idea what was waiting for her. Imagine showing up for some light gossip and suddenly finding yourself in the middle of a heated argument about movie scenes and rewrites. A setup? Fans seem to think so. And the internet did not hold back. On one side, you've got people rallying behind Taylor, saying she's been used for far too long. On the other side, a smaller group thinks Taylor should have known better. After all, this isn't her first time dealing with Hollywood's A-list manipulators.
And it's important that everyone sees all of the documents that are involved in the case, because there are people that have been destroyed as a result of the allegations that have been made so far in this case.
But things only got messier. According to TMZ, the real drama started when Blake used Taylor's name during a critical meeting with Justin Baldoni, without Taylor's knowledge. Justin later claimed that the meeting became heated, leaving him feeling ambushed by Blake, Ryan Reynolds, and, much to his surprise, Taylor Swift herself. Taylor's response? Let's just say she wasn't thrilled about being dragged into Blake's professional chaos. Sources close to Taylor say she felt completely blindsided. She walked into that meeting expecting casual girl talk, only to be caught in the middle of a tense standoff. Blake, ever the strategic social climber, knew exactly what she was doing. But here's the kicker. TMZ hinted that this wasn't an isolated incident. Apparently, Blake had a history of name-dropping Taylor to boost her own clout. One source even claims that Blake once told a young actress that Taylor personally cast her in a role, which, spoiler alert, never happened. And just like that, the carefully curated image of Blake Lively, Hollywood's sweetheart, and Taylor Swift's bestie started to crumble. Fans quickly took sides, with 81% of a recent poll voting that Blake did betray Taylor. The remaining 19%, they're wondering why Taylor is only seeing the light now.
Brian Friedman needs to get this girl on the stand yesterday. I am telling you, he needs to depose Taylor Swift because she knows something. What it signals to me is that she maybe knew that Blake and Ryan were orchestrating a plan in order to take over this movie.
I can tell you this, anyone that can provide evidence in this case is going to be deposed.
That's
for
Taylor
sure.
Swift.
She was there for that meeting.
Okay, well, I'm a lawyer. I know what that means.
While Blake was busy putting out friendship fires, Ryan Reynolds stepped in with his usual PR charm. But even his carefully staged stunts couldn't distract from the growing chaos. Let's set the scene. Ryan coincidentally got caught outside the Paley Center in New York, surrounded by a mob of adoring fans holding homemade Deadpool posters. Sounds sweet, right? Wrong. Internet detectives wasted no time pointing out that every fan was holding the exact same homemade sign, same cardboard, same colorful tape, same design, almost like it was all put together by a team of interns at 20th Century Studios. Oh, and here's the best part. Not a single fan had their phone out. It's 2025. Who bumps into Ryan Reynolds and doesn't record it for TikTok? Not one blurry IG live, not one chaotic fan selfie. Yeah, because it wasn't a real fan moment. It was a perfectly executed PR stunt, designed to make Ryan look like a humble Hollywood sweetheart while the real drama was boiling behind the scenes. And just when we thought the staged fan meetup was enough, Ryan hit us with another classic distraction move, an old photo of him and Blake, captioned to make it seem like everything was perfectly fine. Cute, right? Well, not really. Turns out that happy couple photo was taken weeks earlier. Meanwhile, Blake was busy sipping cocktails in the Bahamas. But Ryan wasn't the only one trying to rewrite the narrative. Enter Colleen Hoover. After weeks of radio silence, she suddenly reemerged on social media. Not on Instagram, where all the drama went down, but on her private Facebook page. There, she shared a peaceful little post about sleeping soundly at night with a calm heart. Excuse me, what? This is the same Colleen who ghosted the internet after being called out for ditching longtime collaborator Justin Baldoni in favor of Blake. And let's not forget her infamous IG wipeout, which had fans thinking she was retiring. Turns out, it was just a classic Hollywood vanishing act. Now she's back, acting like none of it ever happened. Colleen's sudden return to Facebook felt like a slap in the face to those who had followed the entire debacle. This wasn't some peaceful comeback. It was a strategic move wrapped in a thin layer of self-care talk. She reassured her fans that she's sleeping well at night, and that her beloved team still works for her because they would fire her before she fired them. Oh, how touching.
But we'll see what the documents actually say, because that's what we have are documents. Documents actually don't lie. People do.
But let's not forget why Colleen disappeared in the first place. When her collaboration with Justin Baldoni fell apart, it was messy. So messy that fans accused her of betraying him for Blake's Hollywood power. Justin had been Colleen's biggest supporter, hyping up her work and promising to bring It Ends With Us to life the right way. That is, until Blake entered the picture. Suddenly, Colleen went from promoting the movie with Justin to acting like he didn't exist. The switch was so obvious that people started calling her out left and right. And how did she respond? By running. Colleen wiped her Instagram, let retirement rumors swirl, and stayed silent while the internet tore her apart. Now, weeks later, she's back, pretending like none of it happened, posting about inner peace and healthy boundaries. Girl, please. This is the same person who ghosted her longtime collaborator, twisted her own book into a Hollywood disaster, and left Justin to deal with the fallout. But the internet has a long memory. Fans are not buying her peaceful heart routine, and neither are we. The timing feels too convenient. With Justin's lawsuit heating up and Blake's PR team scrambling to contain the damage, Colleen's sudden reappearance feels less like self-care and more like damage control.
And then when it came to bringing on the stunt coordinator, it was important to me that it was a woman. We brought on Lauren Shaw. And we all worked together to figure out, well, how can the intimacy of this and the violence kind of work together? How can we make sure everyone feels safe? How can we rehearse and go through the process? Blake was very involved in that and had amazing ideas.
Just when you thought things couldn't get messier, TMZ hit us with another bombshell. Taylor Swift might get subpoenaed in Justin Baldoni's lawsuit against Blake. Yep, you heard that right. According to Baldoni's lawyer, everyone involved in the infamous penthouse meeting could be called to testify. And you can bet that Taylor's testimony would change the entire game. Imagine the headlines if Taylor is dragged into court. The media circus would be unreal. Suddenly, this isn't just a feud between two Hollywood friends. It's a legal mess that could expose a lot more than Blake and Ryan want the world to see. And speaking of Ryan, while the legal drama was spiraling, Ryan went full throttle with his PR stunts. First, it was the suspicious fan meetup, then an old couple's photo to calm the waters. But fans quickly picked up on the cracks in the facade. If everything is so perfect, why all the distraction tactics? What is Ryan really trying to hide? Blake, meanwhile, is reportedly freaking out behind the scenes. You can almost picture her pacing her Connecticut mansion, sipping on iced lattes, and frantically calling Ryan, saying, "Fix this!" But there's only so much PR magic you can do when the internet is dissecting every move. And now, the internet is buzzing with speculation. Did Blake really set Taylor up at that penthouse meeting? Was Taylor unknowingly dragged into a legal battle just to help Blake win an argument? And most importantly, is this the end of Hollywood's most picture-perfect friendship?
What was the most challenging scene for you to get right?
Because all of them. This whole movie, honestly, the work that I did on screen was easier than the work that I did off screen.
I mean, honestly, the way that I get into a character is through their style. So it was more about who Lily is that was so fascinating to me.
Hello, this is... As the dust settles, one thing is clear. Hollywood isn't all red carpets and fairy tale friendships. Behind the glamorous Instagram posts and carefully crafted public images, there's a whole lot of manipulation, backstabbing, and PR wizardry. Blake. Lively's picture-perfect life may have looked untouchable for years. But now, the cracks are starting to show. With Taylor stepping back, Ryan's distraction tactics flopping, and Justin's lawsuit heating up, it feels like this whole house of cards is about to come crashing down. But here's the real question. Will Blake bounce back from this? Or is her time in Hollywood's inner circle officially over? And with Taylor Swift possibly taking the stand, how deep will this drama go? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Are you Team Taylor or Team Blake? And don't forget to subscribe for even more shocking celebrity breakdowns. Because trust me, this story is far from over. All right, show's over. Hungry for more twists? You know where to find us. Keep that popcorn hot. We'll handle the drama. Want to catch the next showdown in real time? Hit subscribe and buckle up.